this morning, or well today, I've got quite a few different things that I need to get through today, and I'm not long back from walking the dog, so yeah, I'll bring you along for today and you can it's mostly going to be relatively average, but I do have a few odds and ends to get through today, so come along and see that. So I'm just pretty much in from work, and after feeding the calves I've done the scraping up outside the cowshed, and one of them had basically just shit in the trough, so I had to clean that out. But other than that, nothing else at work has exactly happened, but yeah, I have a few things that I need to get on with this afternoon, so one of which is putting a load of washing on, and then I need to get lunch, and then I'll need to go out shopping, so I'm gonna go and crack on with that, and I will be back whenever I get back from shopping. So I'm not long back from doing my shopping, but I've got that put away, and my desk was there's a lot of stuff dumped on my desk, so I gave that a quick tidy up. But my plan for the next few hours is to try and get through some of my biology work, and actually my washing will be coming up to nearly being done soon, so I'll need to go and sort that out shortly. But yeah, I think whilst I wait for my washing to be done, I'm gonna go and at least make a start on my biology work and try and get through as much of that as I can, as I've been on the unit that I'm on for quite a while and I kind of want to get the whole topic finished quite soon, so I'm just gonna try and get through as much of that as I can done this afternoon. So I've kind of reached a point with my biology work where I'm getting a bit stuck, so I've had to email my lecturer to see if he wouldn't mind giving me a hand and pointing me back in the right direction to get past the bit I'm on. But I need to go and check my washing and see how far away that's from being done, because it's got my bedding in it, so I could do with getting it back so I can put my bed back together. However, not really got much planned for the rest of today, because I'm starting work at 5 again, and hopefully milking hopefully shouldn't start too late tonight. But kind of want to read my book as well for a while tonight, because I didn't really read much of it yesterday, but also I kind of want to move on with biology, but I'm stuck and it's just doing my head in, so I might just come back to biology tomorrow and take a bit of a break from it, and yeah. I'm doing my little journal that I try and do once a day, and I've just remembered that this morning, whilst we were milking, because usually our routine is that we dip them with the water, kind of with a antiseptic thing in it to help try and clean the udders, or to give them a pre-clean, and then we like wipe them with a cloth or blue paper towel before we put the machines on them. And I'm usually dip them and then I'll follow behind to put the machines on. And as I was dipping one of the cows, one of them saw that as the ideal time to take a shit. So, like, my jacket had to go in the wash, and I had to get hosed down with the hose in the parlour, and that's just the daily things you have to deal with when you're in the parlour. At the time, I was mildly frustrated about it, because the jacket I usually wear at work is one of my favourite jackets, but obviously that's my work jacket, so that stays for work, and I obviously, to a certain extent, I don't mind it getting dirty and I expect it to get dirty, but it's not every day that I expect it to get that dirty. But you know, that's what it's like working with dairy cows on a daily basis. To start work again, but I wanted to come and see my cabbies before. This is Linda. I wanted to come and see my cabbies again. Well, they're not my cabbies, but look at Linda. Yeah, so I'm starting work very shortly again, but I wanted to get a few cuddles with Linda. Okay, Linda. You get very aggressive massagers when you come in with Linda, but she's a very nice cabby. But I'm about to start work again, so I better go get myself. Oh, yes, dear, I see you. I better go and see where everyone else is at. Sorry, Linda, I'm gonna have to leave you again, Pat. I'll come and see you once I've done work, eh? She's interested in my pocket for some reason. So I finished milking a wee while ago. I've just kind of been reading my book for the last hour or so, and my washing finished whilst I was out at work. So I need to find my bed and get that put back together before I can go to bed, but I'm starting to think about going to bed, or at least I'm heading in that direction anyway. I've still got my teeth and whatnot to do, but I might as well just hurry up and get my bed back together, because the quicker I get that sorted, the quicker I can go to bed. admit putting the bed together isn't my strongest point, but I have just noticed the sunset tonight. It's very pretty tonight. So hopefully tomorrow will be good weather if that's the sunset tonight. But that pretty much brings me to the end of today. All I really need to do now is get a shower and do my teeth. That'll be me ready for the bed, so I'll see you whenever I see you next. So it's the next day, and I've got a turf. Like, the people who run the apprenticeship that I'm on I've organised like a big group session for all the apprentices to go to, so I've got that today. I'm not sure what else I'm doing today, but we'll find out. So I've just arrived at the turf shop for this meeting with the apprenticeship people that was about to happen. And I managed to just about feed the calves and still had time to make it here, so it's not too bad. So I better go and find everybody and get this meeting thing over and done with. Well, I'm not really all that long back from that meeting with Torf. However, I've got a few things that let's deal with that way. I've got a few things that I need to get on with because it's around 2:30 now, so I've got a few. Is it 2:30? Yeah, 2:30, just before. However, I've got a few things that I kind of want to get on with before I have to go and get my dinner, but yeah, I've got a bit of biology work I need to get through, and then there's a few other odds and ends I want to get on with today now that I'm back, so I think I might just crack on with them. So this morning, I meant to say this earlier today, but when we were milking this morning, the system that takes the milk from the parlour through to the dairy in the little kind of cooler fridge bit, that the milk tank, that kind of didn't do its job properly after the first 2 lots of cows went through, which was a bit annoying. But my boss managed to get that fixed pretty quickly, so that was handy. But yeah, also I've just remembered a dream that I had last night, and it was quite a weird one. But basically, I dreamt about the cows were basically flying around in the sky, and they were calving in the sky, but their calves were somehow like still on the ground, but the calves' mothers were in the sky, and the calves weren't like falling, they were just appeared on the ground after the cow, like the cow would birth them in the air, and then the calves would just suddenly appear on the ground without taking any fall damage, which obviously wouldn't happen, but like the calves were landing on their feet and absolutely fine, but they're walking straight away. But yeah, that's basically the dream that I had, and I have quite a lot of wacky dreams like that, but yeah. So I'm just back in from work, and I had to say goodnight to obviously Linda and one of my other favourite calvies, Sprout, who is a bull calf, but he's a lovely little bear and he's a little cutie as well. But tonight I don't have much of my book left to read, so I'd quite like to try and, I might not get it finished tonight, but I want to try and finish it off tonight. However, if I don't finish it tonight, I'll finish it tomorrow, but I'm going to go and give it a shot. So I've now pretty much made it to the end of my day, and yeah, it's not been too bad of a day, to be honest. At milking tonight, one of the calves down the yard somehow managed to escape. We don't know, not fully sure which pen it came out of, but we had a drain pipe that was a bit blocked a few weeks ago, and we managed to clear the blockage, but we've not got around to putting the cover back on it, so me and my boss Ian had to find a gate to put over the top of the that drain, so that then we wouldn't have to fish the calf out of it. But other than that, milking tonight went pretty smoothly, so can't complain too much. But I didn't manage to finish my book tonight, which I'm mildly annoyed about. But hopefully, I've only got 22 pages left, I think. So hopefully, I should definitely be able to get that done tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much the last day or two. So hopefully you've enjoyed coming along with me, and yeah, thanks.